Hola, hola, hola. Yo soy KAYDEE, I am KAYDEE, and thank you so much for joining me on my channel. I'm here to motivate and encourage you as always. And please remember to subscribe to this channel so that you can get all notifications of future videos. So, today what are we talking about? Don't be shy. I used to hear this statement all the time. How to manage if you are a shy person. Tips, tricks, and tools to help you to function if you are a shy person. Now, I'm not shy like I used to be. I'm just kind of very chill and very quiet. In some instances, and in other instances, I like to just go and be the life of the party and just have a great time. So I've kind of morphed into what I call an ambivert, not always an introvert, not always an extrovert, kind of a mix of both, and it depends on which day and which situation as to which side, is prevalent. But I grew up like very shy. I was a very shy kid. Always liked to be very close to my parents and didn't really feel confident and sure about socializing. And I know that a lot of people have a tough time with that. Sometimes I think the term nowadays is either you hear introverted a lot or you hear socially awkward, or I don't think people use shy that much, but shyness is a thing, and I don't think that we should be ashamed of it. It's just that we're all different, we're all unique. And I think, when I was a kid, I used to really have a hard time, especially with the type A extrovert in your face personality, because they would terrify me. I didn't know what to do with them. I just liked order, and I liked quiet. And one of my siblings was the complete opposite. She was outgoing, life of the party, whatever. So people tended to gravitate toward my sister, whereas growing up, whereas for me, it took me time to warm up to people. It took time for me to feel comfortable in a new environment. And I didn't naturally just come out and socialize with everyone. It took me time to get to know people, and I would observe people. I still observe people, because you know what? When you watch people, you can learn so much. I am just saying. Anyway, so I always had my small group of friends, I always had my small group of friends, even through high school and college. I always just had a few really good friends that I could depend on, and that was enough for me. And it wasn't until a lot of things happened in my life, and then I re-entered the workforce, and I took a position as a front desk person, and then I had to interact with everyone, and that kind of brought me out of my shell. And once I started, I just loved it. I just I got to know this person, that person. It was fun for me to learn people's names and learn their personalities, and how to talk to them and ask them about their lives. So, but if you are a shy person, don't be ashamed. It's okay. Love yourself. We need quiet people, we need shy people, just like we need the extroverted, in your face, out loud people, and everyone in between. You are special and wonderful, and don't let anyone tell you any different. Now, sometimes it may be difficult in social situations, and you may feel socially awkward, and you may feel, somehow you're not good enough, but that's a lie. You are good enough. But a few things that I've learned over the years to help me when I felt really uncomfortable in social situations or with friends, or just felt really shy, was to have a safe person. If you go places, go with a friend, so you won't feel so lonely. And also, it just helps because you can talk to that person. Now, if you have to go somewhere by yourself and you just feel kind of then just prepare as much as possible. If you know what you're going to say in advance, it kind of helps you to like not be as nervous. I mean, you still might be nervous, but at least you'll kind of be a little bit prepared. Or if you need to write like a little note on your phone so that you can kind of glance at your phone if you're in that social situation and just say, okay, yeah, that, yeah, that's what I need to focus on. That's what I'm going to say. It's okay to take your time before you answer, you know, and you shouldn't feel awkward about that. So one thing you could do is just say, that's an interesting question. Let me think about it for a sec. And that's okay. And then you can practice with people that you feel comfortable with. Do like scenarios, like, okay, if I go to like this bar, or if I go to this restaurant, or if I go to this event, can you practice with me to like, you know, just a little bit of small talk and so forth and so on? That might just like be really helpful preparation, because I feel like when we don't know what to expect, it's kind of nerve-wracking, and you can't really predict everything that's going to happen, but you can kind of prepare yourself a little bit and like maybe run through some scenarios with a friend or a family member that can help you kind of feel a little bit more at ease if you do come across a situation like that at the place that you have to go, or in your workplace, or so forth. Another thing is like, write things down. Maybe you're not really good with the verbal, but maybe you're good with email, or maybe you're good with text, or maybe you're good with like actual like old-fashioned writing a note to somebody. That's okay. There are situations where you just have to be verbal, but like I said, if you work through that ahead of time, if you practice in the mirror or practice with a friend or a family member, it can kind of take the edge off of the nervous feeling that you get when you have to be in those situations. And when you are able to write a note or send a text or write an email or whatever, then try that. You know, writing is a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful tool. And then also, what I found is really helpful when you're in situations where you have to talk to people and you're kind of like nervous about it, or you feel shy, is to ask people questions. Generally, not always, but generally, people like talking about themselves, right? So you can ask questions like, oh, where are you from? Or, oh, you like such and such. Tell me about that. How long have you been into that? Or what's your favorite part about such and such? Or if they're like a traveling person, well, where have you traveled that you liked, and why did you like it so much? Or what was the main thing that impacted you? And if you ask people questions, it kind of takes the pressure off of you and kind of allows you to get to know a person just by their answers. And it's okay if the conversation doesn't necessarily take off, but I found that this is a nice thing that you can do, a nice tactic or tool or whatever you want to call it, to help you to get to know people, and also takes the pressure off of you because you get to listen to other people's answers, which is fun. And it does kind of start conversation, so it's a good thing. And then also, if you need to take breaks from social situations, take breaks. Go to the bathroom, you know, step outside for a minute. Go take a quick walk, something. Find a quiet corner and just breathe. It's okay. It's okay. But the main thing I want you to remember is you don't have to feel bad about being shy or quiet or socially awkward or anything. It's okay, because you're beautiful. You have a lot to say, but maybe you just have to be in a comfortable place to say it. You have a lot of creativity and good ideas, and you just have to find different ways that work for you to be able to express yourself when you need to express yourself. It's okay. And find people that vibe with you, you know? People that understand how you roll and that you don't have to explain yourself to. It's nice to have friends, even if it's just a couple, you know? All right, so that's it. I hope that some of this encouraged you today. And until next time, much love, much peace.